track, killing it every time. Is this thing on? Can you hear me now? Mark Payne's podcast, gonna show you how to level up your life, break free from the chains, ignite your inner fire through sunshine and through rain. Is this thing on? Let the truth be told. Mark Payne's podcast, stories to unfold of triumph and struggle, the human heart's design. In this digital age, his voice is truly divine. Yo, check the stats, the numbers don't lie.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Mark Payne. That's right, live on the radio, on Unplugged Radio. Tune in this morning as we go live and talk about it. Talk about the things that music is involved with. Music is involved at all times. That's right, music is involved. We got a lot to talk about today. We got a lot to talk about regarding artists in the industry. Not too much, don't want to talk about too many beefs, but we do have something that's very interesting that I saw early this morning regarding a Kendrick Lamar situation regarding another artist who, let me pull this up real quick. It says, late California rapper Drakeo, the ruler's dad, accuses Kendrick Lamar of stealing his style. Wow. Kendrick Lamar is a student of West Coast rap. The obvious influence stems from G-Funk greats and rappers like DJ Quick. However, he's also dipped his toes into newer lanes out in the West. Take his expansion into the Bay Area when he tapped the rising group SOB and RBE for the Black Panther soundtrack. Additionally, the pop out lent a spotlight to the various rappers representing LA. However, someone that went almost completely unspoken was the late Drakeo, the ruler. Someone Kendrick Lamar has definitely curbed from on past albums. Consequently, Drakeo's father is letting it be known. Recently, Drakeo's dad spoke on No Jumper with Adam 22 when he recalls hearing Kendrick's last album, GNX. At the time, he recalls hearing one of the songs and feeling like it felt like one of his son's old songs, in spirit and flow. I'm not a big Kendrick Lamar person listening to his music. I'm really picky with music, just being a musician and all that. But I heard this one song of his, and I'm like, wait, I didn't know if I was listening to Drakeo's song that I just didn't hear yet. I'm like, oh, this is one of my son's songs that I haven't heard yet, he says. Interesting. So what exactly did Kendrick cite? There are a couple of obvious records that GNX like Hey Now and Peekaboo that matches some of Drakeo's infections. Ultimately, the late California's great father understands why Kendrick Lamar decided against it. Still, he wishes that there was some credit to someone so important to hip-hop in Los Angeles. The rhyme pattern, the syncopation, all of that was the same. The flow, everything was the same. Now, as far as him giving him the props, maybe it was a political thing. Drakeo's dad says of Kendrick Lamar. You know what I'm saying. I can't be trying to go on that bandwagon right now with what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make this positive moment. You know, right now with these rappers and this rap stuff. And if I, shout out Drakeo, and just let people know I'm using this flow, that might be bad for what I'm trying to do. So I understand it on that level. But at some point, you got to keep it real. Interesting. So, look, rap is rap, all right? It doesn't matter what style it is. It doesn't matter, who, if you think it's somebody's style or if you think it's somebody's flow, listen, we all come from rap music. All right, we all come from something. We all come from being inspired by somebody. And so if you think that individuals are not copying each other in some way, form, or fashion in their style, then you're not really understanding rap, because Rakim, the god of rap, a lot of people were inspired by him. Just as much as EPMD, LL Cool J, Big Daddy Kane, Cool G Rap. A lot of individuals were inspired by those great rappers. And so when we listen to them rap and when we listen to them flow, we were inspired by their words and how they flow. So a lot of rappers that came up in that time frame, in that era, we tried to emulate and copy their style because we wanted to be just as great as they were. Remember, rap is a very competitive thing. So as being competitors, we have to know that someone is going to listen. They're going to take heed. They're going to genre bend. It's going to be a lot of things happening in the music industry when it comes to other people's style. I mean, look at all these, they call them mumble rappers. They're all copying each other. They're doing the same exact thing. I mean, nobody's complaining about that. Nobody's saying anything about these individuals doing the same exact thing, right? So why target an individual and say, oh, that's my son's style, or, or this is that person's style? I mean, if we're going to talk about that, let's talk about that situation. And I think it's important that we do touch on that. However, I don't think that, people that are successful in the music industry should be targeted, because people feel a certain way about somebody's flow. There's nothing cool about that. You know what I'm saying? Just, address it. Just be like, you know what, man? He's big this man up because, he's imitating or emulating someone that everybody respected. You know what I'm saying? And maybe he respected man. He respected him in his flow. And, he just wanted to, remember him in a certain way and the way he flows with his music. You know what I'm saying? So we shouldn't be so hard on individuals when it comes to their rap flow. Like I said, a lot of us is really, listening, listening to other MCs, other rappers, and we are following a culture. We're trying to keep it alive. It's only but so much you can do in this culture. It's only but so much you can do as a rapper. You know what I mean? And like I said, individuals are genre bending and, doing other things with rap, which is great. It's keeping the culture alive. And I think that we all should, pay homage to any individual person who's trying in all types of ways to keep this culture alive. As much as they're trying to destroy it and trying to get rid of it, we need to keep our heads up and try to big each other up and not throw each other down to the ground and kick each other while we're down. So let's celebrate each other. Let's remember all the greats, the ones that are not here, the ones that are still here. Give them their flowers. At least give them their flowers while they're still here. Because the ones that are gone that we didn't give them flowers to, there's nothing, we can't bring them back to life. You know what I mean? They're not just going to reappear back into life. So, while they're here, while you can see them, while you can remember them, know that they deserve their flowers too, because they're a part of this culture. They're a part of what this rap thing is. You know what I mean? As well as R&B. You know what I mean? So we got to really look at the individuals, singers from the past, even if they old school singers and whatever like that, still they influenced a lot of other singers. A singer is not going to say to another singer, you stole my singing style. You know, singing is singing. You know what I mean? And it really depends on how you sound. You know, your cadence and how you come across to people's ears. You know, if you come across nice, you know, people are going to respect you. I mean, we can sing all different types of songs, old Marvin Gaye songs and stuff like that. And nobody's going to say, oh, he's biting Marvin Gaye's style. You know what I mean? And, you know, recently we've heard several artists that have sound like Marvin Gaye, you know, that we had no problem with. You know, we respected him. You know what I'm saying? I think his name is London October, but I could get his name wrong. I'm sorry, brother, if I did get your name wrong. But, you know, we all thought he was Marvin Gaye, resurrected. You know, no one said, oh, you know, he's biting Marvin Gaye's style. No, he's just remembering, respecting, and giving him his flowers, you know, being that he's not here anymore. Anyway, speaking about R&B, I'd like to present a new artist or an up-and-coming artist that's been around for a while. I met her online on Instagram, and I think she's a very phenomenal singer. I think she deserves her flowers in a lot of ways. And I want to introduce you to this new song that we have that was given to me by her and her manager. Ladies and gentlemen, Neisha Neshae, now streaming, that will be streaming on Unplugged Radio, world premiered here on Unplugged Radio. Tune in to Neisha Neshae.
Taking my love for granted, I hate you way more. The things I wanna do to make you pay, make you slip on a skateboard. A lot of problems, baby, you ain't one. I never been the type to give up about my ex. I'm so petty, he's so pressed. I know he mad about you, you the best one. Penny, petty, way too blessed. He got money in the purse, how to make me laugh, laugh, laugh. You been riding with your tank on, need to cheat on me. Don't say I never told you when I step. Never doubt it when I step. And it's feeling since I left. It's a problem when I step. Let's get one thing straight. I might just forget you, boy. Find me someone new. What else can I do? Things ain't been the same since last time. The next one I would do better. Somebody who sees I'm pressure from beginning. He be like, I'm so petty, he's so pressed. I know he mad about you, you the best one. Penny, petty, way too blessed. He got money in the purse, how to make me laugh, laugh, laugh. You been riding with your tank on, need to cheat on me. Don't say I never told you when I step. Never doubt it when I step. And it's feeling since I left. It's a problem when I step. Let's get one thing straight. Hold up, need a 6-figure with some weight on it. If he want the he damn right, he gon' wait on it. I done seen niggas from the A to the Bay with it. If I think he fine, say it's grace, make him pray on it. Ooh, step out my face if the price down. Don't you see me standing with my eyes out? Broke, mad, wanna tussle. What is all the hype out? Shh, pipe down. Step, never doubt it when I step. And it's feeling since I left. It's a problem when I step. Let's get one thing straight.
Welcome back, welcome back. That was Neisha Neshae with a brand new song called Step. I think the song is fire. I appreciate her management, Hands Up Management, for submitting the music. And big up to this young lady from Detroit for being such a talent, well deserving to be on Unplugged Radio. So she will be in rotation, regular rotation on our station. We do have other songs that she has presented, but we're going to start with this one, Step. I thought this one was fire. This one was fire. So for all you other individuals out there who are interested in Unplugged Radio, who would like to have your music played on our station and in regular rotation, reach out to me at The Real Mark Payne on Instagram. Let's talk about it. Let's get your music on the radio. Unplugged Radio, that's right. And make sure the music is radio friendly, no cursing, and it's definitely has to be fire because I have a very strong and strict ear. So if you want your music to be played on my station, Unplugged Radio, and you want it to play in regular rotation, and I want you to understand one thing. This radio station isn't just a regular internet radio station, okay? We actually report to CSAC, BMI, ASCAP, Sound Exchange, Song Trust, and all the organizations out there that help you get paid. So when your music is properly metadata and I add it to the rotation, it does generate royalties. So I want you to understand that. So for all you individual people that have registered your music properly, published it properly, and have done all the right things with your music, then when you submit it, know that it will generate a royalty from the radio station. So, you know, as I stated, this is not your regular traditional internet radio, you know, where third-party internet radio where individuals are just playing your music and they're getting copyright strikes. But that's not what this is, okay? We don't get copyright strikes on this side, all right? We're a legitimate radio station, Unplugged Radio. This is your boy, Mark Payne. I appreciate everyone tuning in this morning. Definitely have some new music that I definitely want to premiere. And big shout out to Kumulu of Tribal Tone for tuning in this morning. Big shout out to Jay Chosen. Big shout out to C-Mac. Big shout out to Neisha Neshae. Big shout out to Sandro Keys, City the Great, and all the, and the other individual people that have been, and especially the real Delane, who has been very consistent. We definitely going to premiere her music on the station as well. I have already put her in rotation. She has been charting on the station. She as well deserved. She's a very hardworking young individual person, so she deserves to be on that #1 spot. So if you want your music to chart as well, we do chart music on the radio station. So tune in every day between 7:15 and 7:30. Sometimes I'm running late, but like I said, I'm the boss, so I can come in late if I want to, as long as you're tuning in. Because once you tune in, it tells me that you're serious about your music and you're serious about supporting artists. So I appreciate those who have tuned in, listening into the radio station. I really appreciate you guys. I hope you have a wonderful day. Stay blessed. And once again, this is Unplugged Radio.
Check the mic, 1, 2. Is this thing on? Got my headphones laced, ready to drop some bombs. Mark Payne in the house, yeah, he's the host. Dropping true bombs, coast to coast. Smooth operator, words like velvet flow. Spitting fire, watch the whole crowd glow. Yeah, this the sound, the rhythm and the rhyme. Mark Payne on the track, killing it every time. Is this thing on? Can you hear me now? Mark Payne's podcast, gonna show you